Good afternoon, everyone. As we draw near to the end of this two-day conference, we come right now to the heart of the event to celebrate and acknowledge the one-year journey of the Cohort 21 through EduMentum. 9 organizations graduate today from EduMentum and pass the baton to 9 new organizations joining Cohort 22. And to do the honors, I would like to invite someone I have known for almost 4 decades, a very compassionate and caring person who combined these qualities of her with her belief in education for empowerment to create opportunities for thousands of children. Mrs. Kumari Shibulal is the patron of EduMentum and co-founder of Shibulal Family Philanthropic Initiatives. She began this journey in 1999, choosing to focus on education, and gave birth to Ankur, Vidyarakshak, Vidyadhan, and Shiksha Lokam, which aim to transform lives by providing equal access to education. She's passionate about creating an environment focused on social change through a solution-oriented approach. I'd like to invite Mrs. Shibulal to share a few words of encouragement to our outgoing cohort and a note of welcome to the new cohort. Kumari.
Good afternoon, everyone. It has been more than a year that COVID pandemic came upon us, and the world has not been the same. Last year, just as we were beginning to understand the gravity of COVID pandemic, 9 organizations began their incubation journey with EduMentum. Today, a year later, we are celebrating their efforts and success in a manner that has changed since the beginning of EduMentum. The education sector has been plagued by uncertainty. Most governments decided to reopen for a few grades after the first wave, only to close down as the second wave proved more fatal than the first. While students of several states have gradually returned to schools and colleges, their counterparts in metros are still confined to homes, spending long hours online, leading to concerns over physical health and stress triggered by the prolonged use of electronic devices. The education ecosystem of India, which is already weighed down by myriad issues such as school dropouts, learning deficiencies, gender disparity, and lack of infrastructure, now faces yet another big challenge, the widening digital divide. On the other hand, other side of the digital divide, there are many students who don't own the resources to attend online classes. While educated parents are supporting their children during the pandemic, there are some illiterate parents who feel a sense of helplessness at not being able to aid their children in their education. On the opposite side, the pandemic has opened gates to innovative methods of transmission of knowledge across the globe. COVID-19 accelerated the adoption of digital technologies, and education institutions moved toward blended learning and encouraged teachers and students to be technology savvy. There was unimaginable collaboration among all the stakeholders in the field of education, including administration, teachers, students, parents, and companies making the software for transfer of knowledge in innovative ways. I have been spending a lot of time with many of you and organizations from the previous cohorts on a weekly basis. Many of you present here have done stellar work in ensuring continuity of education during this period. I have seen your energy, your commitment, and the knowledge you have regarding your line of work. It is really inspiring to see the commitment of young entrepreneurs to work towards empowering social change through localized solutions. I'm particularly impressed with the innovations that the organizations have shown during COVID and how they have been able to engage stakeholders on the ground despite the limited resources. The need for social entrepreneurship is more than ever today in every sector, especially in the education sector. It is a difficult time for all the stakeholders in education. Students are struggling as they are no more in classrooms and forced to look screens instead of faces. The teachers forced to acquire new skills in very short period of time and adapt. Leaders in education are looking for change management tools and skills that will allow them to fulfill their responsibilities. They are all looking for support. And you are the people who will carry some of that responsibility. This is also a time for collaboration and co-creation. We do not have the luxury of time and resources to have invented here syndrome. We need to invent once and use everywhere which is appropriate localization. Therefore, there is a need to empower the organizations working in difficult geographies and ensure that co-creation and collaboration become the cornerstone of enabling continuity of learning for our children. Lastly, one should never waste a good crisis. Any crisis gives an opportunity for new innovation, new discoveries, and new thinking. Every segment of the system will be open to new way of doing things. It will give all of you an opportunity to push forward ideas which are dear to you. Let me now congratulate all of you on your graduation. I am proud that I had a small role to play in your path to graduation. The graduating cohorts are Vowels of People Association from Maharashtra, represented by Prafulla Wadmer and Rajuta Jeev. Council from Gujarat, represented by Smriti Mirani and Sachi Beda. Gramothan from Odisha, represented by Pratap Kumar Pradhan and Nitin Kumar Mohanta. Satirtha from Assam, represented by Debashish Bhuyan. Pratibim Charitable Trust from Uttar Pradesh, represented by Shailesh Kumar. Library for All from Manipur, represented by Yasim Khan and Chingaban Srikanth. Alag Soch from West Bengal, represented by Anandita Roy Chowdhury. Kanavu from Tamil Nadu, represented by Nisha Subramaniam and Devina Srinivasan. Gram Urja from Maharashtra, represented by Dada Saheb and Asaram Hatagle. Congratulations to all of you. As you move on to fulfill your commitment, the baton is being handed over to the new cohort who will be with us for the next 1 year. I welcome you all wholeheartedly into the EduMentum fold. The incoming cohorts are Ashayam from Odisha, Better Education Lifestyle and Environment Foundation from Maharashtra, Community First Foundation from Maharashtra, India Foundation for Education Transformation from Arunachal Pradesh, Kalpakata Reading Room from Maharashtra, New Shikshan Sanstha from Gujarat, Pencil Bricks Foundation from Karnataka, Samavesh Trust from Gujarat, Sushakti from Haryana. A warm welcome to all of you. EduMentum is proud of its journey so far. It was conceived of an idea to bring a transformation in the realm of education by making it more equitable and accessible. I believe in your commitment and will always pray that you achieve all success in all your endeavors. We hope that your efforts will solve the massive issues of educational inequity in India. All the best for your journey ahead. Thank you.